Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedly. Hi, you guys. It is Monday. Hope you're having a good day. I would like to do a reading and find out how the emotions are right now. What are the emotions and how are they feeling in terms of getting validation and regulating their self-esteem through their defense mechanisms and hurting other people and claiming victim status and that whole Seven of Swords veiling their fears and their lies and deceptions. So let's find out, how are the Harkles, the Sussexes doing today? How are they doing today? How are they doing with this validation? Well, let's see. Right now, we have a Four of Wands in the reverse position and facing the with the family tree here. And so they're not feeling too stable, the loss of a loved one. So I would say that they're feeling like they're going to get cut out with these two energies here and contemplating something here. So this here with the Seven of Pentacles upright is about, is the juice worth the squeeze? Should we stay together within this family unit? So this is sort of looking like, definitely some kind of Splitsville, quite possibly. I'm going to calculate those two. It comes to 11. 11 comes to, where is my book here? 11 calculates to Three of Clubs, blackbirds, communicating and trying to make improvement. So they're trying to actually get some improvements because they know that things aren't going well. So not too happy. Not too happy at all. Let's get some more. How are they feeling? How are they feeling? How is Megan and Harry feeling with the fuel supply sources? We have here public failure, world in reverse. Everything's at risk. They're stuck in a cycle, and they're not recognizing the suffering of other people, what they've done. They just don't have it in them. And they have not arrived. They have not risen up. They have not arrived, and they're not realizing their goals. And the upright is when you realize all your goals. They're not able to do that. They haven't done that. So they're starting to really realize it probably may not happen. So they're unstable at the home. Loss of a loved one. Public failure. The next card here. Oh, hope and new job here. Wants out. I'm taking it. So they're trying to get some hope by communicating and trying to improve their situation. So once again, they're turning to the PR. They're turning to whomever can rescue them or who they think can rescue them. This one's sticking out. I'm going to pull it out. It is a Seven of Wands. They're being very defensive. So that's a defensive move that they're making. So they're making defensive moves. Under the surface we have here, it is the Four of Cups in the upright position. This is person is feeling very despondent and unhappy. They're feeling disconnected. I don't have enough. This is I don't have enough card. I don't have enough. No, you don't, apparently. They will never have enough. They will never reach that. And then in the center of the deck, what I have here is the Devil in reverse, which is looking at breakups, divorce, separation. So not doing too good. So that is what's happening. Let's calculate these two. That comes to 10, 15, 19. These two calculate to 19. If you calculate the two cards together, 19 comes to Five of Clubs. It's competition and struggles. So they're struggling. They're competing for attention, for public fame and attention. We've got this war going on, or this invasion going on. And I said it on Twitter, and I'll say it here. It's jacking up their plans for world domination and being famous, just like COVID did. And now we've got this invasion going on that they're probably feeling kind of victimized based on that, because it's jacking up their plans. It's stealing all the limelight and attention away from their attempts, and so they're unstable. They're very unstable. They're at a loss, and needing new jobs. They need new jobs for hope, and they're very defensive. And nothing is good enough. Everything that's being shown, not good enough, not good enough. Breaking up, lots of breakups going on. So it's looking like some of these contracts that they sign and them trying to maneuver around them, it's looking like things are going to really fall apart for them. and they're really, really struggling. So let's get some more on these two. What's going on between Megan and Harry? That popped into my hand. So I have these three. So we have here the Fool taking a new path here. That one is the upright. It's in reverse. So they took the wrong moves. They took the wrong maneuvers. They created a lot of burden, pain, and suffering, the triangulation, and the betrayal and heartache of people. They are feeling probably victimized at this point in time because they know that they took the wrong steps, and they're stinking thinking. They've got anxiety, sleeplessness, and worry, hostilities. So this is calculating. Let's see what that calculates to. That comes to 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 comes to 3 of spades, scourge, a person who works against you. So they're probably claiming victim. Everybody's working against me. This whole war thing is working against us. So this is a victim mindset. We're victims. We're always victims. So they're victimizing themselves that they cannot get a leg up. There's always these world events that are taking up all and hogging all the world's attention away from them. And this is sort of feeling kind of scapegoaty. Oh gosh, poor us. Even though really they're the ones who did this, but they're doing what's referred to as DARVO. DARVO, if you don't know what DARVO is, that's a projective identification. DARVO stands for deny, attack, and reverse victim offender. So that is, I'm going to deny and attack other people, but we're really not the victims, but we're going to make ourselves look like we're the victims. So it's called DARVO. I'll say it again, DARVO, D-A-R-V-O. It is deny, attack, reverse victim offender. So I would say that they are reversing the victim offender situation because of what's going on. Now, we're always the victim because of all these world events. So this is why they feel like they cannot succeed, while they want this. They want everyone to look at them and act like they understand the suffering of other people. They don't care what's going on. They do not recognize the suffering of others. They only recognize the suffering of themselves. And everybody's breaking up with them. They know it. And they know that they can't get the satisfaction they want. So people everywhere is dumping them. They're being ghosted and dumped by people. Is what this is. I'm feeling from it. This is just feeling constantly ghosted and dumped by Hollywood, by probably lots of people they try and call to come in to make them look good, rescue them, isn't working. So this whole attempt at denying and reversing accountability and painting themselves as victim isn't panning out at all. So this has probably something to do with her sister's lawsuit, with Samantha's lawsuit. So she's going to try and reverse the victim offender here. And then also I have here, the King of Pentacles in reverse. There's the upright. So this is, once again, I don't have enough. We do not have enough to keep going. He needs to be in this position. He was in that position. They don't have enough money. They don't have enough money to keep the narrative going. The victim narrative. The victim narrative is crashing and burning. So I guess that's the next question. How do they feel about this victim narrative crashing and burning? Well, there we go. That really wants out. We have here, they're no longer able, they can't really help people. This is the charity card, giving and receiving help. Nobody's going to help them. So that's what it is. Nobody's willing to help them pull themselves out of their pitch black hole that they put themselves in. And so they're unable to manifest it. This is kind of looks like someone who wants to manifest, but he's unable to. So they're not able to get what they want. People are saying no to them across the board. What else is happening? And they're going to go on the attack. They're going to put out some messages, some negative messages more than likely, and paint it as positive. And so we have here, they're going to gather information. This page with the sword is someone who is going to gossip. They're going to be very quick-witted. They're going to turn very ruthless. They're very curious. This is the spy card, and it's a very defensive stance. And so they are going to communicate this very defensive stance is what they're going to do. Very defensive. Let's get another one. How are they feeling? So she's going to be very defensive about what Samantha's doing against her too. And what Netflix and Spotify and everybody's going to do, they're just going to take that very defensive DARVO stance of deny, attack, and reverse victim offender. So that's what they're going to do. Boom. And they are not the rising phoenix. They're facing everyday life. That brown represents everyday life. They're facing everyday life because they did not rise up when they left, and they're going to go on the attack. Boom. There we go. This one's out, taking it. Four of Swords. They're very anxious, ready to act. Here, it's taking time and healing. They're not going to heal. They are not healing. They are very anxious to go on the attack. I got the Devil card here. The Temperance in reverse. So the Devil energy is popping up. They want to, what's with the Devil energy? Let's get people enmeshed with this. I need to get some help. We need some help. We need to get someone in here to clean up our mess. Harry's used to having his messes cleaned up. Markle was very good at sweeping the internet and always was able to sweep up or schmooze people like a total sociopath. I highly recommend that Anna Delvey movie. If you want to see another type of Meghan Markle, there you go. Total sociopath, and that's what Markle is. And then we have here in my hand, because I've got all of these, is unable to tap into and make reality. They cannot make what they want into a reality. So that Devil energy pops up because of anger. This is very angry. These two here together is nothing but lies and anger and Devil energy right here. Very Devil energy. Total untapped talent, total puppet master. This puppet master's failing. They're not able to get this. They need this. They need others more than we need them, but they will never admit it. That's part of the deception of appearing to be like everything's in our favor. We've got it made. No, you don't. That is a veiled attempt at looking like they're sane and they have it together, and everybody's talking about them. They can't escape it. I mean, literally almost channels across YouTube, articles, they cannot escape the criticism at this point in time. It's no hidden secret anymore. Everybody knows. And they're facing a tower crashing moment. And they've got to change themselves. They're getting that clarity with that lightning bolt. People are getting clarity and it's crashing them down. That clarity of their psychological makeup is crashing them down. And it's crashing themselves down because what do? They scorch the earth behind them and then they scorch themselves. That's usually what happens. And they're nothing but a burden. Everyone sees them as a burden, and they self-sabotage themselves. They did it to themselves. They crashed down the royal family, taking themselves out, claiming it was a burden. But what did it happen? That karmic boomerang came back and slapped them in the side of the face. So that's basically what that is. And now they're going to try and create and capture new energy, new stars, enthusiasm. And so they're going to try to do that. But what we have here is no support. That is the Three of Cups with support. It's in reverse. They're not going to capture support because she wants to be the Queen of Pentacles. She wants to be individualized and wealthy before Harry exits the scene. She's got to capture something new. She needs to capture something new. She needs a new primary source of supply, but she doesn't have any friends to hook her up. She needs friends like Anna Delvey did to hook her up, and Markle doesn't have any hookups. She's done so much scorching of the earth, she cannot garner support. Nobody's willing to help her. Back to nobody will give her help. They need others. We don't need them. And they are super weak, but they like to appear as though they're strong, incredibly weak. And we have a Four of Pentacles in reverse. So here, this is someone who's hanging on to everything for dear life with the Four of Pentacles upright. We got it in reverse. Take that into note. And this is a lacking attitude. We don't have enough fuel. I don't have enough possessions. I don't have enough. Here, they become very vulnerable. They're very vulnerable. They're very upset. They're losing all their supply sources, all the fuel sources, all the residual benefits. All the residual benefits are being lost. She's losing all her residual benefits and no support. And she cannot capture it. She wants to capture it. And then we have Harry, who's going to be this Knight of Swords. We got the Knight of Swords. This is someone who wants to go on a quest and go on the attack. This one goes on the attack. So they go on the attack because I'm losing my fuel supply sources. Nobody wants me. Nobody wants us. We have lost everybody and everything. And now, what are our choices? What do we have left? Nothing. This is where you have choices. You can gaslight people and make choices. They're running out of choices. They've burned up all their choices. And then we have here trying to find a new emotional beginning. She needs to find a new fuel supply source before she dumps Harry, before she dumps her knight in shining armor. And here we go. She needs that new shining armor right here. She needs a new primary source of supply so she can feel like she's winning. That is very narcissistic as well. And then we have here the Ace of Wands in reverse. She's been getting a thumbs down. She's not able to acquire it. It hasn't happened. She's looking for a new primary source of supply before Harry's out of the picture. She knows she's losing his grip on him because he wants to go home. And that Two of Cups is in reverse. Here's, the love is in the background. The love is not between them anymore. It's in the background. You can see it in the background. It's not in their marriage. It's in the background. They're not having sex anymore. They're giving each other the thumbs down. And then what else do I have here? I have here the Strength in reverse. That devil energy comes out because they cannot control themselves from within. They're not passionate for each other. They cannot control themselves when they're around each other. They fight. They both give each other the thumbs down. And then we have here the emotional conflict. Someone's ready to walk away. The passion is behind them. There's no passion in the marriage. And someone wants to be in control here. I'm going to take control. I'm going to be the builder here. And, you cannot bend me. I have rules and boundaries here. Rules and boundaries. I might leave so I can grow somewhere else. I'm going to take my publicity. I'm going to grow somewhere else and make that sad goodbye. Sad goodbye card. And leaving Markle to try and become fruitful on her own and birth new things on her own and having to make decisions by herself. That's what it's reading. That's the story right there. So it's looking like their marriage is in peril here, and major decisions need to be made at this point in time because they've lost all fuel supply sources, residual benefits. They're going to pull that DARVO, reverse the deny attack and reverse victim offender. So that might be going on between their marriage here at this point in time. And total loss of fuel supply sources and perks and benefits. Nobody's willing to work with them. It's just major tower crashing moment for this couple. Not going well. Lots of devil energy. They don't have their pentacles, you guys. They need pentacles. They need fuel. They're very possessive. They want to keep you. They don't want to lose you. People like to say, oh, they like to discard you and they stay away. No, they don't. A narcissist never wants to fully release you. They own you. They own you. You're not allowed to leave. I own you. And it becomes very tragic for them when they realize they don't own you. And they realize they've never owned anybody. The only person you own is yourself. You own nobody. Nobody owes them anything. And it's starting to be a hard pill to swallow for them that they don't control. They don't control everyone. They want this control. This is a very controlling, very possessive. You are mine, mine, mine. Nope, you did not get that possession. So they're going to fall apart. There is a major tower crashing coming for these two. So let's get some more. Major tower crashing for Meghan and Harry. Major tower crashing for Meghan and Harry. That popped. So what do I have here? I got here, she feels tied up with him and she's turning her back to him. She's turning her love. She's becoming more, well, it is the Queen of Cups. So what happens when she's in reverse? She plays pity. She's playing pity because she doesn't want to look at the problems. She does not want insight, and she has self-sabotaged herself. She's tied herself up, and she's feeling smothered energy. She's using her pity. It's the pity play, the DARVO. She's going to play DARVO. Deny, attack, reverse, victim, offender. That's what she's going to do. I'm going to reverse this whole offender situation and blame it on Harry. She is going to reverse it. I guarantee you she will. So we got here 8. We see this is 13. This comes to 32. Sorry about the silence. I don't like silence. 32, I had to calculate. 32 is 8 of spades. Scapegoat. Yes, 8 of spades. 8 of spades is 8 of swords. Turmoil. It's the scapegoat. I'm self-sabotaging. I'm feeling restricted and I need to liberate myself. I need to liberate myself. But before she liberates herself and plays DARVO, she needs a new primary source of supply because they don't want to leave until they got something else lined up. You guys know this stuff. I know for most of you, this is not a secret. Under the surface here, yeah, she's going to make some decisions. She's got to take off the blindfold and she's got to make some clear decisions. This can easily flip where she has clarity and says, okay, I'm ready to move now. Face my emotions and go. But she's got to take off that blindfold. In the center of the deck, we got here, she has not captured that new love yet. That's where she's captured it. She has not captured that new love. That new love is in reverse. Yeah, and she's got that devil energy right there. She needs that entrapment. She needs that entrapment. Without it, she's at a 10 of swords emotional bottom without it. She cannot move until she has her new fuel supply source. And anybody who watches HG Tutor knows he talks about this. And this is exactly what it is in the cards here. She's got to get a new fuel supply source. She's got to get that entanglement. She's got to get them on chains and chained. Believe everything that she says. What does a narcissist want? They need you to regulate their emotions. It's narc supply. They want your attention, your validation, your admiration and praise. They need you to make their false self feel like total confirmation. You need to confirm that false mask. Oh yes, that's really you. And they need to be seen. They need to be seen and heard. And she needs to get that entrapment, total entrapment. And if not, what are they? They're at a narc bottom. They're at a narcissist collapse without it. Without it, they are nothing. They lose all inspiration. She's feeling emotionally let down right now. Totally emotionally let down. So yeah, she's feeling let down in the marriage, let down in the business dealings, let down in PR, let down on how the world's hating on her, how they're hating on them as a couple. And she's realizing they're not a successful couple. They will never be a successful couple, and there's no way to turn this around. I think for a while she thought she can control and puppeteer this and turn this thing around, but she's having to wake up. She's having to wake up and realize she cannot turn this around. She cannot turn this around. It's impossible. So yeah, she's going to play that whole projecting onto other people that he was the problem and I had to escape Harry. Harry's the one that got us in this situation. It is Harry who did this to me. It is Harry who did this. She will not look at herself. Impossible to look at. She has shut off from her own emotions. At this point in time, she's shutting off her own emotions. And she refuses to look at what caused this situation, why she's unable to ever have a true emotional bond. She does know she can never have this. She's always in this position. She will never truly feel this. It's a mask. It'll never get there. And that is something she cannot look at. She would have to look at and say, whoa, I can never actually feel love. An emotional bond has never been something she's ever truly experienced, ever in her lifetime. And it never will. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Till next time, like and subscribe. Bye, you guys.